Hello, my name is Sarah Meyer, and this is my micro-teaching assignment for EDU 1107 on Vygotsky's Sociocultural theory. I want to begin my presentation with a quote from Vygotsky. He said, "Education must be orientated not towards the yesterday of a child's development, but towards its tomorrow." Vygotsky lived from 1896 to 1934, and he is considered to be the Mozart of psychology. Growing up in the Russian Revolution, he was highly influenced by Karl Marx, and he's best known for being an educational psychologist with a sociocultural theory. The lesson objectives I will be covering are identifying the sociocultural influences on development, describing the theory of social constructivism, defining the zone of proximal development, defining scaffolding, and identifying educational applications. Vygotsky's sociocultural theory placed an emphasis on the role parents, teachers, peers, and the community plays on a child's development. He said through these interactions, adults transmit their society's values and skills to the next generation, thus influencing future development. Vygotsky argues that the cultural development of a child is firstly on a social level, and secondly on the individual or personal level. Vygotsky believed that complex mental processes begin as social activities through play. Language functions as crucial roles in promoting cognitive development when children incorporate the ways that adults talk and begin to interpret the world into their own ways of thinking. Rather than mirroring the world around them, Vygotsky thought of children as active partners in these interactions, learning new skills, constructing knowledge, and forming views and attitudes. One of the key ideas at the core of his theory was the more knowledgeable other, or MKO. The MKO refers to someone who has a better understanding or higher ability level than the learner. The MKO can be a teacher, an adult, peer, or in some instances a computer. Today, technology is employed frequently to teach us new skills and content. In some instances, the MKO can also be a child. For instance, a child might teach an adult the best way to beat a game. The second term in his theories is the zone of proximal development, or ZPD. This explains that children can perform more challenging tasks when assisted. A child's actual development level is where the child can perform tasks independently. Their level of potential development is when they can perform tasks with assistance. Vygotsky believed when children work within their ZPD, they're promoting maximum cognitive growth. As the child masters a skill, that skill moves into their actual development level, and skills that were out of reach enter into their ZPD. This image helps to illustrate that the ZPD is the range of tasks a child cannot do on their own, but can complete with the assistance of others. To help a child through the ZPD, guidance is provided through scaffolding. Scaffolding is the assistance that is provided by the MKO, or more knowledgeable other. To understand this better, let's think about how scaffolding is used around the home. The scaffold is an external structure that provides support for the workers until the house itself is strong enough to hold the support of them. As the home gains stability, the scaffold becomes less necessary. Scaffolding in the classroom aids the learner to progress through the ZPD by modeling, asking probing questions, chunking, or breaking down a problem. As the student progresses through their ZPD, scaffolding is gradually withdrawn. So now you might be asking, how does this apply to my classroom? Well, first off, students should be given the opportunity to work with an MKO, who could either be the teacher or a more skilled peer. This can be differentiated through flexible grouping, and group members should vary in ability level. Remember that it is not just the adults that Vygotsky believed are important in helping children learn important skills. Children also benefit from the support and guidance of more skilled peers. When planning a lesson to target the ZPD, the level of difficulty should be established and be challenging but not too difficult. Since each student's ZPD may be different, differentiated learning experiences should be implemented to meet their needs. Lastly, scaffolding should be provided to students to assist them in their performance. This should expand their knowledge step by step and provide a good deal of help in the beginning, but slowly relinquish responsibility to the student. This sums up Vygotsky's theory and its applications in the classroom. Here are the resources I used to gather this information. I hope you enjoyed this presentation on Vygotsky's sociocultural theory and its applications in the classroom.